Alright, my babies, what's up? So I have fuck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I am 12, 13, 14, 15 fucking oh no, 12. I'm 12 fucking videos. I'm skipping 12 notes because a few things happened yesterday and today morning. So one thing I'm just gonna get it out of my system is so over the past 3 months, I've been working as a consultant for a company, and basically, I told them to like just do their thing and give me my money. They refused to give me my money, and basically, they didn't give me my money under the whole basis of I didn't produce. Now, something happened today because like I was finalizing my interaction with the graphic designer. And while I was talking to the graphic designer, I sent them her number, the final graphic designer, the one that I actually chose. I sent her number to the guys, and I told them, "Hey man, this is the designer that designed the last flyer. She is the best." That's basically what I thought. And at the very least, give her a call, meet with her, and like actually meet with them. They respond and they tell me they've been calling all the designers. They met with them, they sat with them, and they asked them for like something to be designed. And basically, it triggered my head because I'm the one who asked them to find me these designers. I'm the one who asked them. Like every single thing they've done over the past 3 months has been literally what I have told them that needs to be done or what I want to do. Yet they gave me friction on every single step of the way while we were trying to do it. Right now, they actually told me like they started being like these kinds of like assholes to me. They're using it, and instantly in my head it triggered like no. It went back to the fact that the guy refused to pay me because he didn't see any like results. But the reality is, like every single thing that's been happening the past 3 months, or that will happen regardless from now till forever, is a result of my existence. So let's go back and think more the butterfly effect, figuratively, metaphorically, all these kinds of things. I don't know if anyone's read the book, The Butterfly Effect. But basically, it's chaos. It's chaos explained as in like, and the reason I say use the word chaos is because that's like third video I want to talk about. But ultimately, they have been moving in a very much stagnant pace. Okay, they have been moving in a stagnant pace for the past 4 to 5 years. So it got to the point, and they hired a consultant. And they hired the consultant, which is me. They hired the consultant. My job was to go there and basically like talk to them, figure out what are the things they want, kind of re-establish their brain. Sadly, though, they needed to understand, or I failed to understand probably, or I basically was taken advantage of. Either way, it doesn't matter. But like, my goal was literally to go and like whatever they were thinking about, for them to like get out of their head. And basically, every single thing they were doing, for them to kind of like approach it from a different angle. And with that, I didn't only succeed. The more resistance I got, the more of a success I actually like incremented, added. Yeah. So every single time they actually were showing me like, no, 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 we don't want this. What the hell? Fuck you, leave us alone. It's literally one, their mind was resisting the new things that were entering their mind, but it can't be helped. It's there. It's an option. Now it's something more that they can see that they have to do, which is partially why the resistance happened. So what I want to discuss by mentioning this is by opening this up is I think the psychological, my personal psychological review on how I see them using my work, even though they said I didn't produce, but they're using every single meeting that we met, every single time we had a conversation. All of these are literally what they're using right now in order for them to kind of like approach the same strategies they had, but they're approaching the same strategies in a different way. Every train of thought I had, every strategy I sent them, every like goal we actually marked together, every single thing was literally because of me. Because I went there, I sat with them, I put everything down, I met with them once, twice, 3 times, 15 times, and I kept meeting with them and elaborating on it. And eventually, when we actually had a solid goal in mind, when we had solid like points when we had solid decisions, when we had solid understandings, solid end results. Basically, they were frustrated to a point, and for them to kind of, I don't know, like I really think they just like don't have the money to like pay me. And in a way, they kind of like screwed me over. Other than the fact that they were retarded, they screwed me over because that's how basically people believe they are operating a decent business. Whatever. But the psychological part of my existence with them is very clear and evident, and it will be clear over the next 3, 4 months of success that they have, or whatever they do over the next 6 months. So, granted, in my head, I tried to be grateful for the experience, and I tried to like reflect on the lessons learned and all these beautiful things. In my head, I kept repeating to myself, because there's anger and like frustration, I kept repeating to myself, like, why would I not wish them the best? Why would I not wish them that they could get better, that they would change, that they would move, they would improve? Why would I not wish that they would actually just get what they want, get relaxed, and not really be pressured by just nonsense? And ultimately, the way I sat with myself is showing gratitude, appreciating the actual experience, and like accepting that the money I was supposed to get paid was a payment for something into the future. So instead of getting paid like $3,000 now, I'm not going to receive that money because this is my karma, what I have to pay for my mistakes. And if you pay money for your mistakes, then that's the cheapest price you pay. Like you can lose relationships, you can lose friends, you can lose like family, you can lose parts of your body, you can lose your health, you can lose your status, you can lose your mental capacity. All of these are like prices you pay sometimes for things that you do, for decisions you make or don't make. And if the price is money, then it's cheap. Then you basically just you pick the cheapest currency in order to exchange for the value that I have, which is experience. But hearing today that everything they're doing moving forward is based on what I did, and whether they admit it or not, they probably won't admit it. But every single train of thought they have, every single like way they're approaching things is literally because of my interference. It makes me very happy. It kind of like it does give me a certain boost when it comes to I don't want to say self-esteem, but like the confidence in the way I was approaching, or the things that I was approaching. It's the way that I was approaching them that could have been better. It really does just it opens up the whole, like, whatever you say right now, it really like doesn't affect me because it's not like I know what I did. You're using everything I did. And anyway, I look at it, and when I first realized that, I realized how they screwed me. But then I realized that $3,000, man, the price that I was charging was too little, which literally means it's a symbol. The $3,000 is a symbol because the value they got out of me because of their change of pace, their change of strategies, and they're literally using my strategies and my plans and my set goals and my timelines. So that change that they actually like got into is a lot more valuable than $3,000. So the price I actually paid for this experience is a lot more in money, but it's still the same. Like I'm paying in money for an experience instead of paying with the things that actually matter. And in me, that's basically the easiest way to like get rid of bad karma or just kind of like burn negative feelings. And on top of all of that, they actually are using everything I did, which literally means everything I'm doing, building up on top of what I have given them, is something that's evolving faster and gaining more value and more traction. So that's the actual theoretical approach. And the reality of the situation is that that's the solid truth. And if I had stayed working with them, I probably wouldn't have gained experience other than the technical experience. Like they're literally like adding the advertising and knowing how to like go around meta differently, and maybe just like being able to like write documentations differently. But the true heart of the experience of me building a strategy and all that stuff wouldn't have like it wouldn't have added more value that's worth the actual money I was charging. So in a way, anything that happened, literally everything that happened for my best interest in every way that I can look at it. And now with every single thing I'm doing with the culmination of the past 3 months and everything from the emotional learnings that I did and the physical learnings that I did and the true understanding of what I was trying to build and how close I got to it before I realized I have to go learn it somewhere else and like basically build on top of the experience somewhere else. Because ultimately I want to reach there as smooth as possible and as soon as possible. And that ambition comes with a price. And if I only pay money for it, then I'm doing good. So I started off anger with how could you cheat me and look how you're using all these things for me. But the reality is they are actually doing very, by the way. And it ended with me just being very grateful for the fact that they were the way they were and they're using my stuff, which means like I actually like did very good. But on top of all of that, I don't have to deal with absent-minded people and people that would have screwed me off for more money because like I would have probably invested a lot more and maybe lost a lot more from when it comes to time and all these other things. Again, price you pay. It's the things that actually have value in your life. So I'm grateful and thankful, and I just wanted to mention it because when it first happened, I got a bit upset and a bit angry, and I started imagining like aggressively me like dealing with them. And instantly when that happened, I kind of like reminded. I went back and thought, and I was like, but like you kind of made a decision about the money at one point, and you decided that that's a cheap price to pay. Oh, that's true. On the positive side, you actually got like your work is being used, so they basically would not give you credit, but they very much like couldn't have achieved it without you. So like that's also good. And I started like labeling all these things that like put me in a better position when it comes to them. And here we go. Thank you guys. Just gratitude, man. It's a beautiful day.